Hey, Hound Dogs, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julia Cannon.
You're on the air with Power Squared. As you can see, this week it's our August 2022 team meeting.
That's right.
So, hi, everybody.
Hello.
We don't see...
We're all still alive.
Yes, that's good.
I don't know how.
Are you worried about... I mean, I know that COVID's out there, but... I mean, are you...
It's been rough. It's just been, it's been rough.
Well, tell us, how's it been rough?
Like just the world, I feel like. Everyone thought 2020 sucked.
No,
2022 is like...
I think the 2020
It's 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be it.
Yeah, we're all alive.
So, Power Square.
Yes, Power Squared. So, where are we in what you're doing for Power Squared?
Can I start?
Go ahead.
I've been working on... Actually, right now I'm working on inks. Or rather, I guess we're still technically in a pencil stage because we're revising page 16. But while I'm waiting for you guys to comment on those revisions, I've been working on inks.
You did comment on that.
Well, I sent you a new one.
And I sent you... since 5 o'clock?
Oh, yeah, I probably should have clarified. Yeah, I think I sent it maybe a couple hours ago. I'm not sure that you've seen it yet. Or maybe you replied to it and I just didn't see that.
I think we replied to it.
Uh-oh.
So you're behind.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you sent something at 2:17.
Sometimes Gmail takes a while to send you emails. It's really annoying.
Yeah, fair.
But,
I think it also just depends on how, because you sent them, I'm assuming you sent them files, right?
It was
I sent them a file.
Was it
It's going to depend on...
or whatever? That's right.
I can't remember. You know what? That'd be 5:15 for me, so that sounds about right.
Okay, we've replied to that.
I think
cool.
I think depending on the type of file and how big it is, I can also add to if it'll take a while because we always have the issue with work and I always have to compress whatever I'm sending.
That's true.
Yeah.
But in any event, I've been working on inks today, so.
Okay. Julia?
Yes. I'm pretty much I'm almost done with all the flats for the remaining pages of issue 21 and starting issue 22. So I just have to finish up the shadowing and lighting for the rest of it before I send it off to you.
Okay.
So you should be getting those sometime next week.
Okay. And Trevor just finished up something. What'd you finish up?
I'm back to lettering more of issue 20, so I just finished another set of 8 pages.
Okay.
Yay!
So we're 20, 21, 22. We're all kind of
Trucking along.
Yeah, good.
We're in different paths in life.
Yeah.
For better or for worse. Hopefully for better. Oh.
So what's going on besides Power Squared?
Surviving the heat and humidity of that is California.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not that far away from you, so yes, it's hot.
I'm surviving the heat and humidity that is Pennsylvania.
Oh dear.
It's probably not as bad as you guys. I think you guys are further south, but
Yes.
ugh.
And it's we can't win. If the weather is under 100, it's humid. However, if it's over 100, it's over 100, and you're gonna complain.
They keep talking about all the rain that could be hot air can contain, but it never comes down.
It's just
Or eventually supposed to have a major flood out here, so who knows?
So combination, yay! But
dry ground doesn't absorb. I learned recently that dry ground doesn't absorb rainwater as readily as normal or wet ground.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. You would think it'll absorb water faster, right? But apparently that's why an area can get flash flooding after a drought. That's
probably true.
Which is it feels like nature rubbing salt in the wound, you know?
Well, there was a now dead comedian, and I don't remember his name, but he was talking about the drought in California and when it rained, that wasn't going to fix the drought. And he goes, if water doesn't fix your drought, you're really fucked.
It's true, though.
Yeah. That's what
happens.
happens.
When it flooded.
What?
You guys don't get flooded.
Oh, it doesn't rain here, and it's not going to rain until October, probably.
Oh,
At the
I see.
earliest.
It's gonna rain right on Halloween like it always does.
But
Ooh.
not enough to really matter, and
Yeah.
not enough to cure the
Spooky
drought,
rain.
and not enough. Yeah.
Is it terrible to say though? Like we've been like in a drought like so many times. I'm just kind of like desensitized by it.
They're
Like
saying,
one day we're in a drought, the next day, oh, we're all better now because it rained for like God knows how long, and then we're in a drought again, and then it's fine, and then it's not, and then it's.
well, they're saying we're in
It's
a
like drought
22-year
is,
drought now, which,
Eh.
Like
but I
drought's
thought,
the default at this point.
yeah, but it does rain, and we'll have it over. The reservoirs have filled back up, but we're still in a drought. I'm not really.
Yeah. But it's like it's at that point like it's been said so many times. It's just like okay, what else? What else is there?
Yeah. The downside
It's
is
kind of funny
Run out
when
of water.
humans settle in the desert and they're like, "Wow, it's dry, amazing."
yeah. Well, this is where we live. Is actually where they used to grow all the orange trees, so it's not really a desert in that way. But
That's true.
I would imagine at one point this was all orchards out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's single family
gonna do?
apartments. Yeah. Yes. What are you gonna do? So you are you? Did you get behind, Rachel? You were gonna do 6 more
I
pages this
did.
month. What happened?
You know, I don't know. Just a lot of life stuff this month. A lot of personal things.
Okay.
But, I'm trying my best, trucking along, trying to survive like we've been doing.
Okay. You, I know you're. I think this is our first team meeting since you guys did the team meeting without us. Is that right?
Uh,
Or have we met?
I
that
think
might
this is
be
the
that might
second
be
one.
true.
Okay.
I feel like it might be the second one. I don't know.
Oh, we did.
Or rather,
Oh, we did a. Wasn't that the book?
Book club.
Book
Book club.
Yeah.
Not a team
Yeah.
meeting, even though it's the same people.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I feel like I saw you guys after that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
so
it's-
after that special edition
Yeah.
of On the Air with Power Squared. So yeah.
That has not gotten as many views as I thought it would have gotten.
Ah.
So
Speaking of the book club, what's everyone's progress on Black Sad?
It just started. But I'm pretty hopeful I can read it all.
Yeah, I
Comics
could
are
just
easy.
yeah. I got the book in the mail a while back. I just have to find time to
Ah.
sit down and read it.
hey, I guess we need to decide when we're having the book club, and apparently late in September.
Sumimasen.
Oh no. Oh no.
So when are we going to have the book club?
Great question. Trevor, when we're gonna have the book club?
Well, we
Wait, so
agree,
you can't? I'm sorry, you can't get the book until late September.
No, if you guys haven't read it yet, we're going to have to do it in late September.
Oh
to
no,
get a
I
chance to
mean,
read it.
I'm reading it, but I mean, I can read it pretty quickly. I imagine I can definitely finish it by if you want. I remember y'all said you want to do it early September. I mean, I could totally do that.
Yeah.
I don't think we set a date. It was
No, we
just in
didn't.
September.
We just
Yeah.
said sometime in September, and then we just
Yeah.
kept it.
I
from
thought I
there.
heard early September. Maybe that was
No.
just me.
Yeah,
I just heard
it's
September.
just you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're going crazy. We didn't say
I'm
that.
going crazy.
Stop making up funny things, Rachel.
So we have the 2nd, the 9th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. God, there's five Fridays.
Yeah.
So do you have a
I
preference?
mean, I'm pretty flexible.
Well, the second.
Yeah, same.
Do you guys have plans for Labor Day? I don't want to interfere with that.
Um,
And that's an excellent question, actually.
I might have to check. I have to check with my people.
Okay, so it's not confirmed.
I might have to ring up my manager.
Alright, so
You know,
we don't have to confirm a date on this right now.
But it'd just be kind of good to know.
As for Black Sad, I've read the 3
I've read I think I've read the whole edition
that we have.
that we have, and then I know Trevor just got a new one. But
Yes.
so I'm
I
caught
have
up.
been I enjoy reading through it again. It's like there's a lot that's very different from what I remember. So I'm very thankful for the chance to like read through it again. I won't say too much. I'll save it for the book club.
Yeah.
But it's been fun to read old comics again.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have to pick another.
Yeah. I mean, I have ideas, but I'd rather get into that when we get around to.
Okay.
Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
As far as Power Squared is concerned, I've been working on a
Script.
Star and I were working on a story where you need like getting into individual battles that occur at the same time against two different yokai. So like
Interesting.
the Kamatachi one, it'll be more action oriented.
And
That sounds fun.
do you guys have ideas about how you want them to look?
Yeah, I think we've been thinking of those more like manga in terms of like panel layouts. For me specifically, I've been since mine involves Yuki-Onna, which is like ice based. I had been thinking of the White Album fight in JoJo, like part 5. Or I guess I should say the fight against Gacho,
Okay.
whose stand is White Album or White Ice in the localized version.
Are you familiar
No,
with that?
sometimes the names they pick to replace the JoJo things with, I'm just like, where did that come from? Like, what this? I don't know.
At least
I
White
don't
Ice
know.
sounds kind of like White Album and is themed with the power.
Are you familiar with that, Rachel?
I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I actually watched part 5 just before part 6 aired, so I was
Yeah.
like just in time. But I actually really liked it. It's hard for me to remember at this point. All I remember is the Nakamas and like the Brotherhood. I don't remember. I feel like the enemies were kind of like one note, largely in part 5.
In part 5, the White Album fight is actually one of my favorites. He has this, I guess as a reminder, he has this ability called Gently Weeps that allows him to
White Album.
reduce the air to sub-zero temperatures. And so he's able to deflect a bullet back to Mista just by freezing the air.
Yes, I remember now. How could I feel like such a bad JoJo fan.
And Trevor, do you have any ideas about yours?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one also admittedly takes some influence from JoJo, but not any like specific fight.
But you're still looking for kind of a manga feel to it.
Yes.
You've written like, I think it's like 5 panels a page kind of a thing, mostly.
Something like that, yeah. It's very visual.
So I was go ahead.
Awesome.
In my script, even though there's like not that many panels on a page, I still sometimes have like some specific ideas about what I want in a panel because I'm a more visual person.
Okay. So changes are coming, Rachel.
Man, like if it involves JoJo, I'm cool with it. As a general rule, so.
So that would be 23 and 24. Is that the idea?
I think so. Charna would really need to iron out the like making sure everything lines up between the two scripts.
Yeah. So they're supposed to happen simultaneously.
Yeah.
I was thinking that would be a good one for. We always talk about having variant covers. That sounds like that would be a good
Ooh,
time to have those.
yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is finding somebody to. It was funny. We were talking to another creator on the show a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
which I'm sure you guys were watching. And we were talking about variant covers, and he was talking about the sort of loyalty to his artist is the same as the loyalty he has to his barber. You know, like he doesn't want. He feels guilty if he goes to another barber. He feels guilty if he uses another artist. So we were in.
It's funny.
Yeah, and the artist was kind of giving him variant covers that he's done, and I was like, well, that's good for the artist, you know. But anyway, so if we go outside of you to do a variant cover, it's nothing, no knock on you. You know that.
Oh yeah. I totally get it.
The problem is finding that variant.
I mean, the more artists that get support, the better, you know.
Yeah, except for me, it's.
Not to mention, it'll bring like a new look to the comic. You know, it'll be like refreshing.
Yeah.
I think it's fun to have variant covers.
Yeah, it's not like there's this extra pile of cash I want to dip into. But yeah. So I had to figure out somebody to do them. I guess we approached Don Wynn about doing it, but
Yeah.
we'll see. All right.
This is not. This is for in case anyone listening. It's not a confirmation or.
We're doing anything. Yeah, we're just
yeah.
talking here. This
Yeah.
is a team meeting. We're talking, so it doesn't mean anything's set in stone.
Yeah.
We're just
No
spitballing
inquiries
here.
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just spitballing, as Trevor said.
It's kind of like how Junji Ito at Virtual Comic-Con panel mentioned he was approached by Hideo Kojima to do something, but then he had to clarify that it was not a confirmation that he was working with Hideo Kojima on something, just that he was approached.
Right.
What a tease. What a tease.
Well, he had to do that because there were suddenly headlines like, Junji Ito was working with Hideo Kojima?
I can see that.
Yeah. Also, I guess if anybody's listening, if they're an artist, they can approach us. Because nothing is set in stone. But.
Just send that tweet out right now.
Do you have any desire to do a cover, Julia?
Yeah, I'd be down.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah. Have it all be chibi themed again.
That'd be fantastic.
Let's go a different route for this, but no, that could work maybe. We'll have to decide. But I mean, that would be kind of a chance for you to do a cover.
Yeah.
And then if you can only find somebody to color it. Oh wait. It could be you too.
Let's do the swapperoni.
Yeah, she can
That
color
would be
yours.
interesting. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have final approval. So, you guys, yeah, I like it. Great. Yeah, I think we should do another Kickstarter at some point.
Yeah, just need to figure out the details and if we do another one, we need to be prepared, better prepared, well in advance.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be one of those that. I'm always jealous of the Kickstarters where they ask for $2,000 and in a day they have 100,000 or 50,000. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
But those are usually ones where there's a lot of scantily clad girls on the cover and that kind of stuff.
Or it's someone like Jeff Smith, where they had 30 years to build up
Yeah.
a following.
Or they're Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fair, but
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe we should have scantily clad yokai on the covers. Yes, that's always usually those aren't very good, but
Right.
they fund.
Suck sells, I guess.
Yes.
But
Funding's-
now when I hear, I will admit, now when I hear suck sells, I think about the bit in Rick and Morty where Morty just asks, "Suck sells what?"
Oh no.
Oh. Oh god.
Well, funding is not a 4-letter word, so
Yeah.
It's true.
It's a 7-letter word. No.
It's true.
But it would be nice to have a little reservoir of
Right.
cash.
Yeah.
So if we do that, we want you guys to be involved, not just sit back and especially if we're hyping your covers, we expect you to. All right. Anything else?
I guess random question related to the book club.
Sure.
When we get around to talking about suggestions, I guess the question is like, who should try to suggest one next?
Ooh. Who came up with the idea for Black Sad?
Trevor.
I did.
Yeah. So I guess last time it was me, and then it was Trevor. Maybe we should just like go in a circle.
So be Julia.
Well,
No pressure, but it better be really good.
I'll look through my books and think of something.
Yeah, no pressure.
It could be
I
something
was
you
thinking.
own. That's fine too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be a lot easier. I feel
Yeah.
like it'd be fun if we alternate between manga and Western comic. Not that it has to be like that. Just like just an idea.
Where would we go beyond that?
Because, like, the one thing I probably think about is either one, I have something in my collection, or I've been, like, going into, not like a deep dig, but I've been reading a lot of stuff on Webtoon recently, so if you guys are down, like, to reading, like, web comics on, like, either Webtoon or Tapas, that could
an
be an
idea.
option, too. Yeah.
It's free largely, right?
Yeah, so, like,
So-
the only time it would be, like, not free or something is if, like, you're moving ahead into the story. But even then, like, I'll almost definitely pick something that has, like, a lot of, like, content already out, just so we don't
Yeah.
go, like, where's the next part?
Or we could have like a set amount of chapters, like I don't know, Lore
Yeah.
Olympus chapters 1 through whatever.
I was just thinking about that book, actually, because I do have volume 1 on my shelf.
My husband Dom freaking loves Lore Olympus. He loves it so much. He wants me to read it really bad. I guess that's an idea.
I actually have volume 1 on my shelf right now, just because I saw it at Walmart the other day. I'm just like, I should probably, I just like having, like, physical copies of stuff, too.
What
so.
is
The other day when I was at Barnes & Noble, Lore Olympus was like right there in front and center, like with all the new books. And I was like, damn, that's cool.
What is Lore Olympus?
I think she's grabbing it.
I know. I'm just.
Yeah. It's a
So it's a book.
It's a story about it's about the story of Persephone and Hades.
Yeah.
It's like Greek myths that are like, it's kind of modernized in a way, but like very stylized at the same
yeah.
time.
So I think,
Is it a collection of comic books or is it a graphic novel or?
how do I explain this? So
it's
it's
like an overarching like story, like a drama story, I think, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So, like, the way it works is it first started off on Webtoon, so they do it by, like, chapter.
Uh-huh.
So they just go from there. So, like, so they actually gained a lot of popularity and have enough content to where they actually have a physical copy of Volume 1. But if not to, like, go far ahead, but I'm pretty sure if you did want to read this one, you'd probably go into, like, a certain amount of chapters, because I don't
So
know.
it's a collection.
Okay, so
Yeah.
have they? I mean,
I think they're almost
Webtoon
done
is
with
kind of
it,
like
right?
backwards from how you would read something, right? Or it
It's
goes
like,
a certain way or something, right?
yeah, so the way Webtoons works is like how you guys do, like how like Western does issues and then Japan does like mangas of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the artist, they can either do 1 page a week, which is basically like the smaller creators, and then people who are like partnered or whatever with Webtoons or Tapas, they'll do like an entire chapter of that book, and then they'll post a new chapter every week.
Well, that's not really my question. But it's good
sorry.
to know. Okay.
Like the layout.
Yeah. The layout was different.
Yeah, like, because the way they do it is the pages are a lot longer. It depends, because I've noticed some like Webtoon artists will just follow the standard like 8x11 or 8 by whatever layout for a book, and then sometimes they will actually play around with it, which, like, sometimes if you were to scroll, it'll actually do like a little neat effect. So like it's just like the medium itself, like the size of the page gives the artist more room to play around with, like graphic wise, than as they would with, say, like an 8x12 page. I guess that's like the best way I could explain.
Who's the guy that kept saying we should, we'd have to reconfigure it all to be on Webtoons?
Galilei.
Yeah.
Well, I will say the con though, I've noticed because I saw this with one person when they started making like physical volumes of their book, is sometimes with that type of medium they will have to move backwards just to make sure like all of the key stuff can fit in like a standard book page.
Yeah.
So it just I think it's just more of like, I guess, like how comfortable they are doing like a certain medium, or if they're able to work backwards from there.
But
I've seen them work it out though.
He seemed to indicate that we'd have to like, I guess, almost redraw the thing to make it work.
Oh, no. So what you could, like hypothetically, if you were to post it on Webtoons or Tapas, you would just have to like, it's not like a set border. So you could just like put it on there and then just keep on putting him down until you reach the end of the chapter, per se.
Yeah, I would think with a Webtoon like Lore Olympus, you would have the assets in like a workable computer file, and when you go to adapt it for print, you could just like kind of move the assets around so that it fits like a physical page. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, so like for example, since your stuff is actually, I would think your stuff is a lot easier to do since all of the panels are in like set boxes. So you would just have to like change, like make sure the width of each page next to each other, like up and down. Sorry, I'm trying to visualize on my end. Like you would just have to make sure it looks like clean, like the panels are like kind of like intertwined in the same page, if that makes any sense. But I've noticed with your stuff, it might be easier. It might be pretty easy to like mesh them all together into one like page chapter, like if it were to be a webtoon.
Right.
I can see.
Because there are some where the border isn't there. Like I guess that's just more of an artist perspective, right, Rachel?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
where
like
yeah. So when I said
it's a little hard to sorry, I feel it's a little hard to explain.
Yeah.
Like just like with words, you kind of have to look at a webtoon.
Yeah. So when I'm sorry. I should have said this from the get-go. So when I said the con, I meant the con more for a webtoon, like more of a web comic than if it were to be like a traditional comic per se. Because at least with those, you already have the pages and you can try to set it from there. However, with webtoons, which I've seen a lot of, there's like a lot of transitional scenes where they make it like very dramatic, and it's like it can take up to 3.5 pages or so. And if there's that half or quarter page, it's going to be a bit. I've seen some people like their Patreons when they kind of vent about how it's kind of frustrating to convert those like pages to like physical pages, because sometimes they have to cut off a lot or kind of edit it out to work on a piece of paper. Yeah. So with you guys, it's actually easier because you already have the stuff on paper. You just have to like figure it out, like in terms of like the measurement or whatever of how you're going to like mesh them together. Because with Western comics, like you already have that border set up for you, so you guys have it easy.
You can say you
guys. Sorry. Yeah.
With Power Squared, it's like set up very much like a traditional comic page, like I can't remember, 11x17, and then it's like bumped down to like 6x9 or something. However big it is for print. But with webcomics, since it's just on the web, a lot of artists will play with the layout since they're not constrained by a page. Like they might get rid of gutters, they might make it a weird shape, they might do all manner of things that a traditional printer might not be okay with. But then it has to go to print, and they're like, what do I do here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was referring to him saying that we would have to reconfigure the whole thing to make it work on that. Right. There's a conversation you weren't privy to, but...
Yeah, I assume before you were printing, you probably just, like, had it in a way that just worked for you guys without much regard for print, because like that just wasn't a priority back then. But then at one point it was a priority, so like I know you guys gave me like the layout to work with to make sure that everything fits before I start drawing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, we were trying. Print was always in the back of our mind, so.
That's true, but I I just know like if you're just publishing digitally, you're not necessarily thinking about how to fit a very particular layout. Because on the internet, the internet there are no rules.
Fair game.
You know?
It's fair game.
And with webtoons in particular, it's what do you call it? It's optimized to like scroll on a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like it's very narrow, and you're just scrolling until the chapter's done.
Yeah.
Right.
So
We have to refigure it, which we're not going to do. So, all right.
Anyway.
yeah.
Disclaimer: this is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. Yeah. I'll tell you, we're not going to.
Yeah,
Do that.
of course.
I
Like, obviously, webtoons aren't for, like webtooning isn't for everyone, so it's just like.
yeah, I don't know why he was suggesting it, but I just remember that coming up.
Oh, I think it was just because I mentioned Lore Olympus, and Lore Olympus did start off
Oh
as
yeah,
I was-
for like
I was referring
book
to-
club.
I was referring to Sean Galloway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oop.
Yeah, it's all right. All right.
So otherwise, I guess that's it.
I guess so.
All right. So if you're watching this on YouTube later and you like this, leave a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe and ring the bell.
All right. So until next time, I'm David Hankins.
I'm Paul Hankins.
I'm Trevor Hankins.
I'm Rachel Wells.
And I'm Julia Cannon.
And you've been on the air with Power Squared.
Bye.
Yeah.